My name is Tori Reed, and I conduct provenance research for the Museum of Fine Arts. Provenance research is research into the history of ownership, trying to establish essentially who owned it before the museum acquired it. We have returned works of art that were stolen during World War II. We have also reached other financial settlements for works of art that were sold under duress during the Holocaust. So what's behind me is a painting by Eglon van der Neer. It's a portrait of a man and a woman in an interior. This is a 17th century Dutch panel painting. What we knew of its provenance is that sometime in the 30s, it had been acquired by a dealer, a Jewish art dealer in near Dusseldorf, named Walter Westfeld. We purchased the painting on the New York art market in 1941 with almost no knowledge of its 20th century provenance. So my research was really in trying to establish a paper trail for this painting. Ultimately, we weren't able to determine exactly how it left Westfeld's possession. We could establish that he acquired it probably around 1935. It was still in his possession in May of 1936, at which time he was forced to close his art gallery because he was Jewish. He spent about 2.5 years living outside the law in Nazi Germany before he was arrested and eventually deported and then sent to Auschwitz. The MFA reached a financial settlement with Westfeld's heirs because even though we couldn't determine exactly how it left his possession, it seemed very unlikely that given the circumstances, given the time period in which he was living, how he was trying to survive during this period, it was very unlikely that he gave or sold this painting really voluntarily, receiving proceeds that he really had control over. If you're going back to a time period in, say, 1946, when a number of things had just come out of Europe and were on the New York art market, I don't think that either dealers or curators who were acquiring things had the perspective to say, well, this is 1946 and World War II just ended and maybe we need to be extra specially careful. At least today there's a system in place. We may make mistakes, but at least there is a system and we are keeping a record of why we decide to acquire the things we acquire.